The plate. Oh, that plate. It was worth more than a starship, truly. Crafted from iridescent zenith glass, laced with quantum filaments that shimmered with captured starlight. It was a masterpiece of galactic artistry. And yet, it shattered like cheap ceramic when it hit the polished marble floor. One moment, Lady Valenai of the Nine Nebulae was carefully plating Moonox tartar for her daughter, Kira, who hadn't moved her legs in 7 long cycles, her spirit dimmed by a fate no advanced tech could touch. The next, that same daughter was standing there. Wobbling, yes, barefoot, undeniably fragile, but undeniably alive and upright on the garden path outside. It was a sight that defied every known law of advanced medicine and galactic physics, and it quite literally broke everything Valenai thought she knew. Lady Valenai, you see, isn't just wealthy. She's trillionaire wealthy. She owns asteroid mines that churn out rare minerals, holds patents on clone silk textiles that drape with impossible elegance, and resides in a palace that doesn't just sit on a planet, but floats majestically above a gas giant, a testament to her immense power and influence. Yet, amidst all this unimaginable luxury, there was a constant, gnawing pain. A sleek, dust-collecting hover chair, Kira's constant companion. Galactic medtech, with its promises of neural bridges, sentient stem cells capable of regenerating entire limbs, even pocket-sized black hole stimulators designed to kickstart dormant biology, none of it worked. Every single sunrise, Valenai would gently will Kira to the palace's vast, panoramic glass wall. There, she'd watch her daughter stare wistfully at the exotic, bioluminescent flowers blooming in the gardens below. Flowers she'd never chase, never pick, never truly experience. And Valenai, with a mother's fierce, heartbreaking resolve, would pretend that breakfast was utterly, perfectly normal. Then, like a faint, almost ridiculous whisper through the vast, interconnected trade lanes of the galaxy, a rumor began to drift. It spoke of humans, those backwater primates, still clinging to chemical rockets and thinking Wi-Fi was advanced. These primitive beings, the rumor insisted, had somehow jump-started paralysis with something they called bioelectric therapy. Valenai initially found it hysterical. She laughed so hard her universal translator glitched, sputtering incomprehensible alien syllables. If a species that thinks a mere electromagnetic wave is advanced can fix what the entire Council of Geniuses, with all their millennia of accumulated knowledge, couldn't, she scoffed, a flicker of genuine disbelief in her violet eyes, then I'll eat my own diamonds. The idea was preposterous, an insult to every advanced civilization. But desperation, as we all know, buys tickets to places one would never book in better, saner times. And so, a rust-streaked Terran shuttle, looking suspiciously like it belonged in a scrapyard rather than on a trillionaire's landing pad, landed uninvited on Valenai's estate. Out stepped a human, Dr. Maya Reyes. She carried a case that looked, to Valenai's discerning alien eyes, suspiciously like a relic from Earth's 1980s, complete with what appeared to be jumper cables. Maya asked for only one payment for her audacious intervention: permission to document the attempt. Human medical journals still matter out here, Lady Valenai, she explained, her voice calm and surprisingly confident. Valenai, swallowing her immense pride, agreed, but on one condition: they would work exclusively in the secluded side garden, far from the prying lenses of paparazzi drones, ensuring no one would record the utterly undignified spectacle of a trillionaire begging mammals for miracles. Dr. Maya Reyes, with a remarkable blend of professionalism and empathy, explained the procedure to Valenai with the clarity you'd use for a bright 10-year-old. Your daughter's nerves aren't dead, Lady Valenai, she clarified, her gaze steady and reassuring. They're simply asleep. We're going to gently tickle her spinal cord with specific patterns her own brain recognizes. It's like reminding a computer what Wi-Fi is after a system crash, essentially coaxing those neural pathways back to life. No gleaming scalpels, no microscopic nanites, no mind-bending quantum mechanics. Just a simple conductive gel, carefully applied low-voltage pulses, and a mother holding her breath so intensely, so completely, that the very walls of the palace seemed to frost over from the sheer, suspended anticipation. It was a stark contrast to the cerulean physiology and bioluminescent pathways Valenai was accustomed to hearing about, yet it held a strange, compelling logic, The silence in the garden was absolute, broken only by the faint hum of Maya's archaic-looking device. Minute 9. Kira's smallest pinky finger, almost imperceptibly, twitched, a ripple of suppressed gasps. Minute 12. Her knee, hesitant at first, answered the call, a slight tremor running through her leg. Then, at minute 15, a moment that would forever be etched into Valenai's memory. Kira, with a surge of newfound strength, pushed herself up from the chair. Her knees knocked together like those of a newborn colt, unsure, unsteady, but moving. Valenai was utterly frozen, a statue of disbelief and hope. Her wine glass, forgotten in her hand, slipped, fell, and exploded on the marble, unheard amidst the emotional earthquake. Sound itself seemed to drop out of existence. Only the frantic, thunderous rhythm of Valenai's own heartbeat remained. Kira took one hesitant step, then two, then five until she was close enough to wrap shaky, fragile arms around the woman who had once, metaphorically, moved galaxies for her. If the palace's sophisticated medbots possessed palms, they surely would have applauded, their sensors registering a miracle. Instead, the garden drones, designed for surveillance and maintenance, hovered silently, recording a scene no hollow studio, no matter how advanced, could ever script. A mother, a trillionaire, folding to the ground, pressing her forehead to her daughter's waist, whispering the same two words over and over, a mantra of profound relief and love. You're home. You're home. Dr. Maya Reyes, ever the professional, quietly closed her antiquated case, wiped a single, discreet tear from her eye, and pretended, with a slight sniffle, that it was merely allergies. It was a moment of raw, unadulterated human triumph and alien wonder, beautifully understated so. If stories about hope wearing practical coveralls and showing up in a beat-up shuttle, demonstrating that ingenuity can trump advanced tech, are your thing, then I invite you to smash that subscribe button and ring the bell, because the next episode? Oh, it drops soon, and it features a resourceful human engineer who teaches a planet-sized AI how to dream. You won't want to miss it. Weeks later, the palace, once a gilded cage, resonated with a new kind of life. Kira, vibrant and full of an energy Valenai had almost forgotten, ran laps around the floating palace, her joyous laughter ricocheting off crystal corridors that had once been haunted by a profound, echoing silence. In a move that surprised many, Valenai funded a joint institute, a groundbreaking collaboration blending Terran ingenuity with unparalleled galactic resources, devoted entirely to tackling incurable conditions. And that shattered plate? She kept it, mounted in a place of honor, prominent in her private chambers, its inscription simple yet profound. Hope arrived in a dented box. It was a constant reminder of the day the impossible became real. So, yeah, a trillionaire alien, Lady Valenai, dropped a priceless, quantum filament lace dish because a simple, backwater human therapy did what star-spanning, galaxy-defining tech simply couldn't. But the real shatter? The truly earth-shattering, galaxy-altering moment? That was when a mother, surrounded by unimaginable wealth and power, realized that love, combined with the stubborn, tenacious spirit of little humans, could fundamentally rewrite physics. If you ever find yourself thinking you're too small, too simple, or perhaps even too late to make a difference, remember Kira's first wobbly step. And then, just keep walking anyway.